You thought the final shape was the end of Destiny's story? Not even close. Bungie just tore the roof off the franchise and announced a new saga that doesn't just expand the universe, it rewrites the goddamn rulebook. Guardians, we are diving headfirst into the Fate Saga. Multi-year, multi-expansion, and packed with some of the craziest ideas Destiny has ever thrown at us. From mysterious celestial beings that predate the Traveler to Guardians rolling around as literal balls of electricity. Yeah, you heard that right. This is not just another expansion, it's a full-blown evolution. This video is your one-stop, no BS breakdown of the Edge of Fate reveal. No fluff, no filler, just pure uncut Destiny hype and what it actually means for your experience in the game. Let's go. Okay, let's start at the top. Bungie announced that Edge of Fate is the kickoff to a brand new multi-year storyline called the Fate Saga. The central theme, fate versus free will. The Nine. Destiny's long-standing cryptic figures are now front and center. According to Bungie, these aren't your run-of-the-mill aliens. They're extra-dimensional entities connected to each planet in our solar system. Think like celestial gods with massive power, each with their own agendas, often clashing with each other. This saga isn't about saving the Traveler or killing the latest Darkness-themed villain. It's about what happens when the very idea of the choice is challenged. Are we making our own fate? Or is that just what fate wants us to believe? It's existential, you know, it's weird, it's very Destiny, and it all kicks off in Edge of Fate. Bungie made it clear though. They know where this saga is going. This isn't filler or stalling, it's a deliberate story arc set to unfold over years, several years. If you're someone who's followed Destiny lore from the start, you know how rare that kind of confidence is. They're locking in the roadmap and it's got enough mystery, philosophy, and raw cosmic power to keep even the most hardened lore nerds digging. The story takes us to Kepler, a mysterious planetoid on the edge of solar system, specifically the Oort cloud, if you've ever heard of that. But this isn't just a new patrol zone. Kepler is built differently. Well, at least that's what they said. Bungie's calling this their most Metroidvania-inspired destination ever. You'll explore, unlock new abilities, and return to old places to uncover secrets you couldn't access before. At the heart of this exploration is wild new power called MatterSpark. This ability lets you literally transform into a rolling ball of electrified death, allowing for new traversal mechanics, environmental puzzles, and carnage. You're not just unlocking traversal abilities, you're unlocking alternate approaches to encounters and movement that fundamentally shift how Destiny plays. There are more abilities too. The Relocator Cannon, for example, it lets you teleport across certain parts of the map. Mattermorph lets you physically reshape parts of the environment. This isn't just about cool toys, it's about rethinking level design around movement and discovery. Every one of these powers is tightly integrated into combat too. The combat sandbox is evolving, not just growing. Rolling into a room full of enemies, shocking everything, teleporting past barriers, reshaping the geometry to flank. This is Destiny combat on an entirely new level. It's gonna reward not just precision, but creativity. Edge of Fate introduces world tiers, a scaling difficulty system that evolves as you play. As you progress, you unlock higher tiers that not only increase challenge, but also open up new ways to interact with the game world. Missions and puzzles you encountered earlier now have alternate solutions. Different abilities let you revisit content in new ways. It's Bungie's way of injecting replayability that actually feels meaningful, honestly. No more running the same mission 3 times for a slightly higher number. Now your second and third runs might genuinely play differently depending on the tools you've unlocked. This kind of systemic depth is something Destiny has flirted with before, but never truly committed to. Now it's part of the core loop. That makes a huge difference. Post-campaign, the world doesn't just go static, it evolves with you. Also, Bungie is revamping the entire core UI. Say goodbye to Open Director, now it's Open Portal, your new front page. And this thing matters. It basically categorizes the game into activity groups based on how you want to play. Solo Ops, Fireteam Ops, Pinnacle Ops, and Crucible. Want to grind by yourself for 15 minutes on your lunch break? Just do solo ops. Want to matchmake into a full dungeon without assembling a fire team? That can happen too. Want to power climb purely through PvP? That's now a valid path. No more being forced into playlist activities you hate just to hit a power level. You pick the mode, you get meaningful rewards. This shift is more than cosmetic though. It's Bungie acknowledging how people actually play Destiny. The endless clicking through maps and tabs, gone. Your path is front and center. Clear, fast, and personalized. Alongside new content, Bungie is overhauling difficulty and modifiers. Over 50 new boons and banes are entering the system. Want to Spider-Man around the strike with 3 grapple nades and no melee? You can do that. Want to load in solo and crank the difficulty to masochist mode? Do it. And yes, there will be real rewards tied to those challenges. Customization isn't just a flavor feature. It's a core progression path now. Bungie wants you to engage with the sandbox on your own terms. You want casual, you got it. You want sweaty, esoteric, solo, flawless challenge runs? that's there too. They're aiming for what they call a virtuous cycle, where playing smarter and harder means better loot, which helps you tackle even harder content. And the loop keeps rewarding you. This is the kind of agency Destiny players have been begging for since D1. We're also finally getting Armor 3.0, which you probably heard about a few months ago. All new armor now drops fully upgraded with set bonuses and stats that go above 100. You can immediately jump into build crafting without spending hours juicing up a new piece. This is huge. Then there's gear tiers. Every legendary drop, weapons and armor, now has a tier from 1 to 5. Tier 5 pieces not only have better stats and energy levels, yes, 11 energy, but they also look different. Visual flare, kill effects, even a unique shader system. You'll instantly know if you got something worth keeping. No more spreadsheets, just glowing flex-worthy loot. And since every piece of gear shows its tier at a glance, the loot game isn't just efficient, it's satisfying. You'll feel it, you'll see it, you'll know it the moment it drops. Another big change, no more paid seasonal content. Bungie scrapping the old model. Moving forward, all seasonal story and activities are free. Yes, you heard that correctly. Every few months, between expansions, we get major free updates. Think something like Into the Light level content drops. The first one, Ash and Iron, lands in September and brings us back to the Plague Lands with new gear, missions, and lore. Also, events are getting way cooler. Heavy Metal is a new PvP mode that's literally tanks versus brigs. Yes. Chaos? Yes. We need it. Then there's Arms Week, focused on specific weapon types, complete with volatile mods and tower-based shooting range. A real, permanent, damage testing, scoreboard-equipped shooting range. Finally! And that new Sparrow replacement, that's the Griffin. It's basically a combat-ready mini-tank you can summon anywhere. Bungie just said, what if your vehicle could also be a murder machine? The second expansion this year is the Renegades, coming in December. Bungie only teased it briefly, but it has massive Star Wars space western vibes. It's still part of the Fate Saga, but clearly doing its own thing thematically. Expect new characters, new social systems, and possibly some genre-breaking surprises. They called it a peanut butter and chocolate combo of sci-fi and frontier chaos. And honestly, it sounds like Bungie is going off the rails and in the best possible way. They said that the full reveal hits in September alongside Ash and Iron update, so mark your calendars. Destiny isn't coasting anymore, it's reinventing itself between the Fate Saga, core system reworks, MatterSpark madness, and the new loot tiering. This is Bungie throwing down the gauntlet. It's a challenge to players. Are you ready to relearn Destiny? Are you ready to fight your fate? This isn't just an expansion, honestly. It's Bungie saying, we heard you, we're building something better, and it starts now. If this breakdown helped you a lot, drop a like, smash that sub, and let me know in the comments what part of this new era you're most hyped about. Whether it's electric death ball builds or finally dunking on raid bosses with tier 5 loot. I'll be there in the comments arguing about it with you. I will see you next time.